Greetings, everyone. It's Mike Rovner. Welcome back to Dansu Dragons. This is our second filming day of the new year. We got our last batch filmed before New Year's, actually, and then I kind of dragged my feet on getting the editing done. But now we are back with our player.
First filming day.
Yeah.
It's the first
It's
filming.
only the 19th.
Oh God, is it?
Yeah. Happy anniversary to us!
Yay!
We started this project exactly a year ago. Tomorrow, yeah. And we have not played nearly enough.
No.
And hopefully, once I get things set up to do remote streaming stuff, we could record a single episode weekly, and it could be a longer episode.
The dream.
That's very optimistic.
That is super optimistic.
If not, I'm just going to scrap the entire stream. We're just going to go to one of your places in New York and do a regular weekly campaign.
Weekly is the optimistic part.
Also,
Okay.
very hopeful.
But we hope to keep you and you viewers at home involved. Where are my manners? I'm your Dungeon Master, Michael Robert. And with me, as always, we have our players, Laura, playing Gita Jewelsoul, gnomish bard, about town, and slowly being corrupted into a life of crime.
Yeah, you forgot to say Gita
Life of Crime,
Jewelsoul.
I had
That's
it in the
me.
longer. Next up, we have Venus, playing the ranger who is done ranging your shit, who is just kind of tired of all the bullshit happening around her because she just wants to get to the root of the matter, Aembron.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sorry.
But your character pretty much is done with everyone's shit at this point.
She's been done since like the first day.
I know, but it keeps happening.
But here we are.
And then you get stuck in the middle
I
of the
warned you
friendship
about
hug. Why are you doing this? Stop. And lastly, putting the romance back in necromancy.
Because the joke is never old.
It never is old. And
Like,
taking her newfound prowess of the dark arts in someone else's hand,
Oh my god.
How long did you think of that joke?
literally 5 seconds.
Wow, that was good.
Thank you. We have Erica as Eris Briarwood.
It's me.
All right, how's the blocking? Just wanna check.
Good.
Okay, good. As long as they're still all three on camera and centered on Venus. How far out can you go without?
Here, that's about it.
Okay.
To the table. Yeah.
Okay, good.
From the window to the wall.
Hopefully, in the future, the studio will get a. We moved the larger desk we moved the larger desk out of the studio to the other studio in Seaside. Hopefully, we'll be getting another large broadcast desk that'll be less cramped.
No, it's snug. It's snug.
It's
It brings
cozy.
us
Snug.
together.
Friendship snugness. Just look at the
Also,
camera for
we're
that.
used to New York City apartments, so this is pretty spacious, actually.
Yeah.
I know you could probably get away with
This is
that
bigger
whole
than my coffee
space for
table.
like. That's like enough space for like what, $1,000 a month?
This is it's
Single
bigger-
bed.
It's bigger than my dining room table.
Single bed, layerable kitchen.
You have a dining room?
Sort of.
Excuse me, little Miss Fancy.
Sort of.
I thought the cardinal sin for Manhattan was having enough space to have a dishwasher,
It is.
Manhattan.
or anywhere.
Who
in New
can
York.
live in Manhattan?
People
You
who-
can,
People
you
that
can
can
live
afford
in Manhattan.
I can't.
dishwashers.
That's for damn sure.
I mean,
live in the
there's a
dishwasher.
point, you know, where you can live in Manhattan. It's just really, really far uptown.
I hear it's quiet uptown.
I wonder how much it costs to live in the dishwasher.
Forgiveness.
I don't know what that's a reference to. Hamilton. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Everything is Hamilton. It's been 4 years and everything is still Hamilton.
Hey, the memes go. The memes go. Just open up my Google Doc and we can get ourselves started in this lovely adventure.
Yay.
Last time on Dansu and Dragons, he said, not looking at the camera but still doing stuff.
Thinking about it.
The party, after
About
taking
doing something.
Oh God, don't even.
the party, after taking copious amounts of downtime to sort out their personal business and conduct research and experimentation for their own ends, managed to forget their important passwords. Managed.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting
That was
they have
beautiful.
passwords. You know, do you mind if I just take this opportunity
to show everyone
yes.
Oh, yes.
our beautiful
And
thing
then
that
we'll
I
recap.
forgot that I can't pick up now, but you can see the top of it, our beautiful dice rolling tower.
All right, and I believe there's two things. This tower came from someone's pattern, and also a friend of yours printed it who you wanted to give shout-outs to. The pattern maker is...
I don't remember, so
Okay.
we're gonna put it on afterwards.
I'll need you to email that for me.
I
so
will
remember.
email that to you.
Okay, or I will text you in the middle of the night while I'm editing it. Laura, who made this?
I'm sleeping. That's probably
Not now. Site source.
But so the important part is you can actually find this pattern online and it's free as long as you have access to a 3D printer. So if you can find someone to print it, the pattern itself is free, which I thought was really cool.
And who's your friend who printed it for
My
you?
friend is John, who runs Voxel Magic 3D printing. Voxel, VOXEL -magic.com. And he has a 3D printing space downstairs, and he's like a ton of 3D printers, which I saw when I
That's
went to.
ridiculous.
He's got like 5 to 20.
That's
It's a lot.
that's a big range.
It is a big range that I don't remember because a lot of the space was taken up by like other stuff, but it's a lot of 3D printing. And
All right.
He's a good guy.
Thank you,
If
John.
you need stuff printed, you should check it out. Voxel-magic.com. That's all. Continue.
All right, John, I hope you enjoyed the shout out. We very much appreciate you providing this dice tower that is now going to provide directed bullet speed dice shooting directly at Venus.
It's not supposed to be fast, but it
This
is.
shooter has become the shot.
Now, we folded up a small piece of cloth right there to keep them from moving forward, but is it going to stop the dice?
Yeah, it's
or are they just
mostly,
ramp
yeah.
them right into her glasses?
If we move
Neil.
forward.
Protective eyewear.
Yeah.
So, last time on Dansu Dragons, the party had accomplished a lot in various amounts of downtime activities, doing research on the Elven Blade, research on the matters pertaining to Gita's father and his mysterious connection to a hidden city of long missing elves. And Eris,
Oh,
she went grave robbing
Oh.
and made a
go
friend
ahead.
who can give singular high fives.
Aww.
A crawling hand named Ladyfingers.
Oh
You named it?
Yeah. Ladyfingers.
Oh my god.
This is an undead murderer's hand that is exquisitely manicured
Oh yeah.
With a bow.
with a bow.
Next time on JoJo's Part 4. You'll get that if you've read JoJo's. Let's move on.
I mean, you just want to live a normal life, but
Except she doesn't want to live a normal life at all. She
No.
wants to like murder people.
Spoilers, Laura.
I'm just assuming. Am I wrong?
No,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
it's not what I currently want yet.
There's a lot of conditional phrases there. But anyway,
Okay.
the party also got intelligence about the elves that remain in the world. The reclusive and xenophobic wood elves who live in the plateau of the Forest of High Illusions, or the High Forest of Illusions. Excuse me, remembering the way the map's laid out. And in doing so, discovered that the sea elves did not leave the world. The people on the surface just didn't notice because they don't care about the sea.
Rude.
But the party's ally, the Triton paladin Corvus, did inform them and arrange a meeting. And now the party is waiting on the return of Corvus with a letter from the elders couried to him by his sea elf friend to help smooth over a potential audience with the wood elves when they go to investigate, so they are not murdered on sight.
That would be good.
But when we left off, Gita's brother, Fibblestib, had come to the city of Southgate bearing a magic item he had crafted for the party based on a piece of elemental obsidian they had given him, blown into a glass dagger of volcanic potential, which is now being wielded and carried by Aembron. And after this exchange and pleasantries were sorted, someone entered the place where the party was lodging, the home and business of a local apothecary in the city of Southgate, known only as the Apothecary. And the person entering the shop, to the shock of the party.
two people weren't
Well,
there.
oh, two people who wasn't there?
The Marquis.
Two people had arrived. And arriving was the bodyguard of the Marquis Bellfire, whom announcing the arrival of the Marquis Bellfire and his newly appointed lawyer,
Yeah,
Gavin
very good.
Collier, whom the party had run afoul of in near Gita's hometown previously. Not that he'd recognize most of them.
Most.
between disguises and people not being present. But that is the scene we rejoin the party on. The bodyguard stands there holding the door wide, and entering is the many sword-belted Marquise Bellfire and the very purplely dressed lawyer, Gavin Collier.
What was our beef with Gavin? Why are we afraid?
You're afraid of Gavin because, here's what, you remember, I can recount for you guys real quick. You found Gavin spying on Gita's dad's manor that night in the woods. And when you dragged him off to try and get you to lead you somewhere away from all this, one of you got noticed by his friend V, who was staying to watch these events, and they sent up some kind of flare, causing him to think something bad had happened, make an accusation, demanding to know who you really are, and then just teleport away.
Yeah,
You later learned from a ne'er-do-well named Arngul that he was a warlock.
Jesus Christ.
Was that in here?
It sounded like
it. The hell was that?
No idea. Air pressure, probably.
Cool.
ghost.
Amping up the tension for the scene.
No, that was really weird.
It was ghosts.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was.
Oh no.
It's not Ghost Erica. Maybe, is there a door right next to it?
Yeah, there are doors out there. That could probably
So
be
maybe
it.
that's what it was.
I don't
I
think
just
any of
moved
your
the
stuff's
thing.
been disturbed. I would have noticed something out the corner of my eye.
No, I mean, obviously we would notice if somebody came in the door.
Yeah.
But
We would have heard it open first. Anyway, Gavin, you learned from a ne'er-do-well named Arngul that Gavin, who had beef with Gavin, that Gavin himself was a dangerous magic user called a warlock who made pacts with otherworldly, dangerous beings for power. Since then you've been careful around him, and then you avoided the crap out of him at the Marquise's party, where Gita, using magic, stole the sword that was stolen and sold to the Marquise, which you've now hidden somewhere either on your person or in the house where you are lodging.
I would have it on my person, I think.
Is it wrapped up and suitably disguised?
Yes.
Very well. Delighted to know. But the three of you, plus the apothecary, plus Fibblestib, stand in the shop part of the apothecary shop. The opening of the door was heralded with the massively ridiculous jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle of the various chimes the apothecary seems to change out daily above the shop door. Oh, she's great. And now, standing before you, looking as though he's expecting some form of greeting, as the bodyguard, his tiefling bodyguard in the long coat stands there deadpan, is the Marquise Bellfire.
As I hear him,
What?
yeah. As I hear him be announced, or as Gita hears him being announced, she just gets a look of utter panic on her face and runs to wherever the nearest hiding spot is.
Darting behind the counter.
Yes.
And what if Fibblestip, who's just kind of standing there confused at your
He's
reaction
gonna be
and
confused. That's too bad for him.
All right, the two of you.
I'm going to take my cloak off and throw it over the counter.
Uh-huh.
It's not
Very
suspicious at
grandly.
all.
Okay.
Are you trying to like out magnificent?
Yes.
I don't like you, so let me show you how much better I am than you. I don't know. I just
Okay.
Okay. Yes,
Nothing?
very grand gesture. Lean on the
Okay.
counter.
You lean against the counter with your back to the counter, I imagine?
Yes.
Okay, you do that. Fibblestib looks confused for a moment.
Look casual.
He nods slowly at that. And the apothecary is just kind of drinking all of this in. And looking over to you now, crouching, well, not just standing behind her countertop.
Yeah. Well, I'm not very tall.
Hello and welcome, she says to the bodyguard and to the Marquise and Gavin.
That's his name?
How
No, go ahead.
How can I help you today? My business, the Marquis says, feeling suitably welcomed, is with one of your boarders who is in fact here. Greetings to you. He gives a dramatic flourish, like over-dramatic flourish, and kind of dipped bow. Greetings to you, Lady Briarwood.
I'm gonna give it a quick curtsy.
All right.
You.
A formal
Sup?
history. Wait, did you
Yes.
tell
Can I
him?
have some, please?
Yes.
Did you tell him that he was there?
What?
That you were there?
What?
Is that, can I have one?
Yeah.
Did you tell him
I left
where you
mine. I'm
lived?
sorry. Thank you.
She told him where he could call upon her
Oh
in the next
no.
week.
Good job.
I didn't think
you
he
really?
would show up.
Oh yeah. Marquise will rendezvous in Southgate in a week and a half. That
Oh,
sure
God.
Did, that sure did happen.
We forgot.
Okay. Well, I guess I have to deal with this now. And what may I do for you?
Well, it's more a matter of what I may. It is more a matter of what I may do for you. I believe we had a business arrangement to discuss. I have brought the articles in question. If you have a place, we may discuss this discreetly, as well as something sufficiently offerable in exchange. He says with a wry smile.
I already don't like me.
I am now terrified and disgusted.
Let us speak of this outside.
In the street, you know that this is a delicate matter that I don't want getting out.
God, I don't want to take him to the room.
I don't want you to take him to the room.
Ask the apothecary if there's another room that you don't have to go behind the counter for.
Okay.
She got a conference room.
We can discuss. If you like, we could discuss it in my carriage, which is still just outside. And if you're worried about any impropriety, I assure you I shall have my attorney present.
He likes to watch.
Trust me to say that he is quite discreet in the matters of our business to conduct.
Gross. Everything is gross.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. Let's get out of here.
Sure, I'm just gonna get into this carriage with you and Gavin by myself. That sounds like a good idea.
I got lady fingers.
I don't know but... Oh.
By the way,
It's my severed hand.
lady,
We don't
I
know
do
that,
also
though.
have the fingers of a woman.
Wait, do you say that or does your character say that?
I say that.
Okay. That's my
I'll be fine. I can hold my own.
Yeah.
Thank you for worrying. Let us be off.
Did the Marquis fall asleep?
no, I just had to
Did he get a
check
text
the-
message?
Did he get a text
The Marquis got a message when he should turn his phone onto silent, but he needs it on so he can hear it when the ringer goes
Should do
off.
that too.
And the
Who takes their phone off of silent?
and it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. I have to close iTunes. It keeps popping up.
Ye old
iTunes.
Ye old iTunes.
Does
Open-
iTunes spark joy, Mike?
It does not.
It definitely does not.
Throw it into the pit.
Into the pit.
Yeet.
That's what the kids say now, right?
I think so.
God.
Does anybody know?
That's a big mood, right?
But yeah. Bet.
I'm
Did
bad
I
at
don't-
this. I'm bad. I'm sorry.
Oof.
Yikes.
Hello, fellow. Oh God, I'm 34.
Oh my god, we're all in our 30s.
I know. We're adults.
Wow.
However old you are, don't forget that I'm older.
That will always
You'll
be the
never
case.
be the oldest person in the room.
I always keep forgetting,
Yep.
and I apologize because on one hand, I think
Almost
that
3 years, man.
on one hand that must be very disrespectful. On the other hand, you look very youthful.
Yeah.
We all do have these baby faces.
Yee.
I'm glad at least now people think we're like in our 20s. And
Yeah, I don't get carded when I'm buying liquor anymore.
Congratulations.
Finally! It only took 15 years, right?
Yeah. Alas.
C'est la vie. Anyhow, so you are led out of the apothecary shop. The door is still held open by the bodyguard, who just watches the three of you head out.
I'm gonna brush up against him as I walk
Oh
out.
God.
Are you doing this in a specific manner to be suggestive of anything, or just to casually?
Just casually.
Okay.
Just, I'm here. Look at me.
So it is suggested.
Do you shoot him that kind of look? Out of curiosity.
Yeah.
While you're walking right behind the marquee? Yeah. You're ballsy, girl. Jeez.
Have you been paying attention?
That's fair. That's in your
Wow,
character.
that sounds amazing.
I must have to show this now. I recently volunteered to DM at the Wizards of the Coast and Barnes & Noble event where they did only 11 stores across the country. I showed up to the one in New Jersey and for my troubles netted myself as swag for volunteering to DM for a dad and a bunch of kids. This
Perfect
very
color.
awesome dice bag.
Perfect color.
I know. With the ampersand on it. It's official. I also got some other swag of posters and stickers I've been giving out to my friends because there's a lot of it. And this bag came with a complete set of the official Dansu Dragons dice, which are shiny and clacky and big. It comes with 2 d20s, 4d6, and only 1 d10, so I don't have a percentile, but it's still awesome. But the lack of percentile annoys me. But 2 d20, so we can roll with advantage and disadvantage. And the 20 space is an ampersand.
Or if you want, you can calculate percentage to like, quarter percent.
I know. There is math to be done. Anyway, with that math to be done,
If there's math to be done, I am there.
Yeah.
as you are heading, you brush against the Marquis' bodyguard. Please roll me just a charisma check.
Oh boy. Okay. Wait, Erica, what are you doing?
Use the dice tower.
Okay, do the thing. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Woo! 18. It works.
Plus charisma.
Okay,
Wait.
20.
you're smooth.
Yeah, I'm smooth.
And you follow them out to the cart. That is indeed a very ostentatious cart. If this world had regular magical technology, as well as just being a fantasy world, you'd expect it to have ground effects. But it's just this very gothic-looking cart.
Nice.
And there is a footman, there is a carriage driver, and sitting up next to the carriage driver, you see, in their anachronistic outfit, is Gavin's attaché, V.
Oh boy.
Damn it.
Cool.
Just kind of
not
sitting
having
up there
luck
with their
today.
arms crossed, looking as passively annoyed as ever. Because that's all V really does, is be places and be
Resting.
passively annoyed.
I know, right?
Resting bitch face.
Well, it's not resting, it was sewn that way. Anyhow,
Gross.
well, re-sewn.
Okay.
Okay.
V's got history. V's got a story. If she had a working tongue, or if they had a working tongue.
Anyway.
So we're in this
Yeah,
carriage now?
you're led into the carriage. The footman puts down the little step thing and opens the door. And you are in a candle-lit carriage as Gavin opens up a briefcase, begins going through papers, and takes out the ritual knife that the Marquise you had expressed interest toward the Marquise regarding.
I know I talked a big game, but I'm so frightened right now.
Okay. Are you
As
trying
is
to not
normal.
appear frightened?
No.
So you are kind of just looking frightened?
No.
Okay, so are you trying to put on a strong face?
Oh, yeah.
Please roll deception.
It's fine.
Sorry.
4.
Wait, what's your deception?
8,
12.
10.
What?
4 and 8 is 12 then.
Oh, 4.
Plus
4.
Oh.
8? Okay.
2.
Well, Erica,
10.
I'm going to say this because this was an opposed roll. You think, given the way their body language is reacting, they're buying your strong front.
Yay. You think they are.
Okay.
Rolled a 1 and a 3
Oh, nice. Okay.
on their insight.
Okay.
A 1. Jesus.
The Marquise is preoccupied with himself.
Okay.
That's fair.
As is usual.
Man, there sure are all sorts of weird sound effects in this magical world.
Sorry,
Just today.
just today.
I could never get the hang of Thursdays. Thank you.
Okay. Let's get cracking on deals.
Yes, we have the ritual knife, and
I chewed it.
Oh no.
oh no,
Too minty.
too minty. I have the ritual knife,
Disintegrated.
and I wish to know what you have on offer to trade for it. More to the point, I must say I am quite impressed, Lady Briarwood. I had some of my agents, I shall say, do some investigations on my behalf to ensure to me and vet that you were a woman of the caliber you expressed you were. Imagine the rumors swirling about this town about you and the dark dealings you are getting in.
Oh, what kind of rumors? What'd you hear? Who told you?
I'll never tell, but I have heard that you have recently been involved in a sordid affair of grave robbing.
Grave robbing, archaeology. Where does one start and the other stop, really?
That's a good point.
Well,
I'm playing the evil character.
one must get their hands dirty if they are to find treasure in this world.
Quite. And is any of this treasure what you have on offer for the dagger?
Well, no.
Well, how would you value this dagger?
Allow me to continue from here. Gavin Collier says, I would value the worth of this dagger as both an arcane focus and as a component to unique ritual circumstances in the vicinity of 500 to 700 gold coins in local market value.
Wow.
Freaking
Holy
A little more than the Marquise had originally estimated, but then again, that is why one brings on professionals. He says, kind of puffing himself up and maintaining a very serious poker face of professionalism. Yes, I apologize that I undervalued things, says the Marquise.
Okay. Well, I've gotten all the spells I can out of my book, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you've gotten the spells out of it,
And
and
the unfinished research in the
you
back.
have copied out. And you have copied out the unfinished research.
I don't need it. Okay. I have this book.
The Marquise takes a look down at it.
No, it's not a sword.
He nods appraisingly, though, because it does have a skull on the cover.
And the pages do have edges.
They are sharp.
You know, some say paper cuts are really the worst type of cut from a sharp thing. Some people say that.
Some people.
Some people.
Somebody.
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 And the Marquise, still resting his hand on the pommel of a sword he's using as just a balance piece.
Oh my god.
Because of course he is. He says to his attorney, Mr. Collier, if you could appraise it. And the lawyer holds out his hand.
Okay.
You should just take his hand. And
Touch
hold
it gently.
Just twiddle your fingers underneath.
Gavin spends a few minutes going over the book, and then ascertains, I would value this in trade roughly about 3/4 of the value.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's a lot more than you paid for it.
Yeah. Dang, I got a deal.
Sure did.
What else do I have? I don't want to sell myself.
No, you give that away for free.
Oh, snap. Yeah, but she gets to choose when, where, and to whom, and Marquis is
Power to.
not in there.
So that is-
That's fair. That's
3/4
fair.
of a value range between 500 and 700 gold.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well, you have your skills. You could offer to, like,
She just said she wasn't sleeping.
you know what I mean? Like magic or some shit.
While you ruminate on
Although-
that, Aembron, what are you doing?
That's a good
Ooh, what
question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, well, you just saw this happen, and Eris walked off outside into a carriage just out the door.
Yeah, and I
And-
usually just make faces and sigh exasperatedly.
Well, as you do that,
I do that.
as you do that, the bodyguard of the Marquise glances over to you, the white-haired tiefling with the
Lotor.
long black jacket,
Lotor.
and he.
Lotor.
You're calling him Lotor, okay. He looks over to you and sighs as well and just gives a slow nod of just understanding and commiseration.
Aw, friends.
So now I'm just like picturing that Christian Bale Kermit the Frog gif where they're just nodding back.
This kind of defeated nod.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
no
That's
imagination right now.
That's probably what Aembron would do anyway.
Yeah.
Just like crack open a book and be like, I got nothing to do with this.
While you're doing that, with his sister hiding behind the counter, Philistib turns over to you. Aembron, what's going on? The forest gnome heir inquires.
Shrug, silence.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd ask my sister, but she seems to be indisposed.
Thank God, shut the bodyguard's still there! She doesn't say that. But
I imagine you're just under Eris's cloak behind the counter.
Yes, I haven't moved. The bodyguard's still inside, isn't he?
He's still right there.
God damn it. Okay. Well, I don't say anything. I just
Okay.
continue to wait in
What
terrified
sister?
silence.
I don't know
Thank
who
you,
you're talking.
God.
I don't know her.
Make a charisma check.
No.
Bless you.
14
Nice.
plus. Oh God, I didn't even take my character sheet out. Where is it? 14.
Okay. Your innuendo of the situation gets through to Fiddlestib.
Hey.
And he kind of, eyes wide, nods a bit and just goes back to this awkward silence prevailing in the shop. Back inside the carriage.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I saw that you were getting a little uncomfortable there, so spotlight is no good. Meanwhile, for once, Gita's hiding from the spotlight.
Oh, God.
Maybe a saw will help. Look at this kazoo I just happened to find.
Eris, as you go through your available resources, what else do you want to put forward?
My skills.
You want to offer your skills? Is
Yes.
that what you say?
You
Yes.
should, maybe you should say something more specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been studying these dark arts, and I think I could offer my skills as a favor.
Wink.
And
You're still not being specific, so.
Gavin inquires, and what are the extent of your skills, if we were to discuss the tiers of magic?
Let's say if you needed something. Something
Dark.
brought
What?
back. Perhaps.
Not just your skills as a spellcaster, Gavin inquires, but as an adventurer.
Yes.
And he looks over to the Marquise, who nods. I would not mind the favor of an adventurer in my pocket, especially one as charming as yourself, the Marquise offers. Perhaps we can discuss the details in a day's time once I get settled into my lodgings in the city. Over dinner, perhaps.
Oh, God.
You set yourself up for this. I don't know why you're so mad.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Can I bring my friends?
Friend.
Don't bring us into this
Friend.
shit.
Can I bring my friend?
I suppose it should be no trouble if it is a matter of getting to know your party makeup and adventurer.
Awesome, great.
Wait, no.
What?
Because then you find out about what I can do.
Yeah.
So let's dial this back a little bit.
Okay, so you're not going to try and get your friends there for help. You're just going to agree to the meeting. Or what are you going to do?
You should bring Fibblestib.
Oh my God.
And just be like, this is my boyfriend. He's just come for moral support. Just kidding, don't do
Can
that,
he
please.
bring his guard?
There is a brief flash of expression across the Marquise's face. Please make an insight check. A wisdom insight.
Oh!
3.
You can't really parse what it was, but it's gone just as quickly as his face remains its usual haughty countenance. And he says, that should be fine. And in the interim, we will take the book and I shall leave the dagger in your care in good faith. Or rather, or rather, for our trade and interest, bad faith. and he presents you the dagger. And it's like that curvy dagger, an evil-looking dagger.
Thank you.
And with that, we're going to take our first break for the afternoon in this episode, and we'll be right back to Dansu Dragons.
It's gotten so awkward.
Yep.
Sorry.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this. That root beer does not go well with the mint.
Ooh, no.
So noted.
Okay.
Well, we've learned an important lesson during the break and hope you learned something too. We're back with Dansu and Dragons.
Don't have a mint and then drink root beer.
That
That was the lesson.
A wise lesson. Gross. Anyway.
So, welcome back, and we resume our party in action?
No more parties!
I agree.
Unless it's a communist party, or an adventuring party, or both simultaneously. Seize the means of adventure. That was too much?
Skosh.
Let's go.
I'm more of a democratic socialist, yeah.
Socialist.
Perfect.
I'm gonna use that from now
Anyway.
on. It's pretty good.
Socialism.
I liked it.
Better than my
March
joke.
away.
Better than my lame ass
Just
joke.
a little democratic socialism.
Yeah,
just a little.
Anyway. So now we get to the awkward Erica.
So,
awkward Eris show.
the awkwardness in the shop is broken as the door to the carriage opens and Erica is led down by the footman of the Marquise
Oh, good. She's alive and seemingly unharmed.
with something clasped in her hands. And the bodyguard of the Marquise steps forward and hops up along the back of the cart with the footman hanging on with one arm as the carriage begins to roll away,
Cool.
his hair and jacket fluttering in the breeze.
How long is his hair?
It's long,
He's slow.
Wow.
Low tour, so like.
like the glint of his horns in the sunlight of the afternoon.
Oh yeah.
He's got the little kind of nub horns going.
Hot.
Are they leaving?
They're rolling away as you walk back into the shop.
I'm gonna
Roll out.
Wave. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna swoon at him. Then once they're out of sight, I'm gonna run back in.
Okay. You run back in.
Run back in.
Just run back in, swing the door open, hit all the chimes at once, and then slam the door
Yes.
behind you with just this exasperated, worried look on your face. Aembron is looking at you. The apothecary is looking at you. Fibblestib is looking at you. And Gita,
I'm still under the counter because I still don't know if they've left. No one has said anything about if they're still there or not, so I'm just silent under there, hoping I don't get murdered.
What did you do? What did you do now?
I may have.
so what was that about? Inquires Fibblestib.
Just merchant transactions. The
No.
usual.
Be more specific.
Just bought some stuff. It's fine. It's cool. I have a weapon now.
Oh my god!
And it's one of those curly looking daggers. You can make an Arcana check there.
14 plus, I think that's like a plus 4 or 6 or something. Plus 4, 18.
That dagger is clearly some kind of arcane focus. You know, just like an orb or a rod, a stave or a wand would
Right.
be. But it also carries a very distinct aesthetic relating to
very goth.
certain taboos or maybe sacrifice.
Okay.
It's a very curious weapon to be
There
making
we go. I
passive
was wondering
transactions
what she
about.
was.
Questions the apothecary, perhaps a knowing glint to her eyes.
Well, we're going up against some scary stuff, so I thought we should have a scary weapon. Now we are equally matched.
What exactly is scary that we're going up against? We.
Yeah.
We!
We.
Hey, guess what we're doing?
We from behind the counter.
I imagine just kind of rising up a little bit, still covered in her cloak.
We.
So, you guys want to go to dinner?
No.
Dinner with who?
Please? Just, you don't have to sit with him. You can sit in the restaurant.
I peek over the counter. With who?
With the Marquis Belfast.
That's a good face.
Why? Why?
Is there a story here, Fibblestib inquires? With a kind of a cocked eyebrow.
Oh, no story. No story.
Please roll deception.
Okay.
11 plus.
15.
Okay.
17.
Oh, okay. He kind of nods at that.
Gross.
Okay. So
Either of you could also roll. You could also. Well, actually, you know that there's a story. You were involved in the
Yeah.
story. You were hiding under a dress for that story.
Yeah. Do you think now might not be the best time for me to see the Marquis? Maybe.
It's okay. We'll dress you up. And no one will tell that it's you.
Don't you think it'd be a better idea for me to stay away though?
Do you want to?
It'd be a better idea for her to stay away. It'd be better.
Okay.
Remember voice levels.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
sorry.
Oh. It would be a better idea.
So you're coming with me
No!
then.
Wait!
You're
Wait, I
coming
did not
with me.
volunteer!
Tomorrow night.
No.
Tomorrow night.
No.
Aren't you gonna try to convince Gita a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. Yeah. Yeah.
I have to be pushy? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so bad at being pushy. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm bad at role playing, and yet here we are. So.
Have a
No,
grand old
Gita.
time.
Come on.
Use my brother against me or something.
What?
Use my brother. My brother's still there. Use him to like peer pressure me into it.
Oh, right. He's here.
He's still standing there.
He's just kind of confused at this
Very
exchange.
confused.
The apothecary is bemused and actually parts the curtain to head back into her workshop area, laughing about the energies of youth.
She's still totally listening.
Oh yeah, she is. But you hear the beaded curtain clatter behind her and maybe the half-hearted sound of pestling happening just to make noise.
You know, I bet
Well-
if you. Yeah, go ahead.
Your brother is here.
Uh-huh.
Don't you want to show him around?
Pestle.
Wait, but
Don't you want to show your brother around? Take him out?
Very
Don't
much-
you want to go out
I would
and
like
have dinner with your sister?
I
Finn?
would like to go around, perhaps have dinner with people. I'd love to catch up, Gita, and at the same time, Eris, wondering if perhaps maybe coffee or a meal of some kind? He inquires. Though if you have other engagements with this Marquis, I mean, I don't want to suppose anything.
No, what? We can do both. We can do both.
This just became a sitcom.
oh my god! We're gonna
This
miss the same
just
restaurant.
became a sitcom.
Do you mean at the same restaurant?
Yes.
That's the point, right?
Yeah.
wanted to, maybe not tomorrow night specifically, but if we could go out to grab something, just the two of us perhaps.
Oh, that sounds nice. Let's do that. But let's also go to this dinner.
Fibblestib, seeing you doing this, Gita, I am not going to do anything untoward with your friend.
Gross.
Well, I mean,
good.
good.
Yeah.
But
I just lightly glare at both of you.
I don't have to explain myself.
I don't say that.
Okay, it's done. We're going to dinner tomorrow. Yeah? Yeah.
Well, do you know the restaurant yet? Once we know, we can make sure to get reservations at the same place.
Oh, I should have asked.
You do know it's tomorrow, so he's probably just getting settled in, and he's going to make his own arrangements and send for you about that later.
Probably. I will not worry about it now. So, what did you do with that sword? I mean the thing.
Wow, good
That
job.
thing.
Carrie and my brother are both there.
So
Yes, the sword that I was looking at for my friend.
I
Let's discuss this in the
have-
room. Okay, bye. I'll see you later.
I have a skin of tea that I'm just going to.
you're standing there, and then just Gita grabs you, Aembron, and you, Eris, and drags both of you back through the workshop into the boarding house, leaving Fibblestib alone in the shop part of the apothecary's shop. Kind of confused and just rolled into town.
He hasn't met the apothecary yet, right?
She was
there.
Yeah, she was there.
She was there, but
Yeah.
they hadn't talked to each other, met each other, right?
Oh no,
Not really.
Not officially, I don't think.
But now they're both off camera within 10 feet of each other.
Okay, no, I just, before we go the way, I ducked my head back in and said, apothecary, this is my brother, Fibblestib. Fibblestib, this is the apothecary. She's pretty cool, he's pretty cool. I'll see you guys later. And then run back into the room.
The three of you are back in your boarding room, which you've been slowly accumulating presents in, like little affects, personal belongings, setting yourself up as if you've been living in this room for over a week.
Okay. Which we have been.
Yeah, the three of you have shared this room. And I imagine because of the running gag, even though there's more than one bed, you've all just been using one.
Sure, why not?
Just all flip on each other.
That's what you guys said before.
It's cozy.
Very cozy.
That's what you guys said before.
It's like Spooning Co. Do you remember Spooning Co?
Yeah.
In college, in between classes, there was just enough time for a nap. And a couple of us would just nap together, and we called it Spooning Co. and called it business meetings when we got together to nap. It was great.
That is so wholesome and pure.
It was very
Isn't it?
wholesome. I remember Spooning Co. very fondly. Anyway, that's not related to this.
What
Tangentially.
did you do with the sword?
Can we stop talking about the sword in front of everybody, please?
You're back in your room now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I know,
the
but-
point stands. Can you not say the S word
The S
so
word?
loudly?
Yeah.
Well, you need to hide it.
It is hidden, but if you keep talking about it,
Then people are gonna know it
I have
exists.
My bad.
Good job. Thank you.
All right. Anyway, yes, it's right here. It's under my cloak. I have it hidden, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it for this dinner, because I don't want to leave it here. But I don't want to take it to the restaurant where he's gonna be 10 feet away or whatever. Since this is your fault, do you have a suggestion?
No. Amber, now.
Don't look at me. You got yourself into this mess. You got us into this mess.
I'm blanking so hard.
Yeah, I'm not. I got nothing.
If you guys can help me, maybe we can ask the apothecary for help, but I have to think of a way where it's not obvious what I do. And she won't want to know what it is.
She probably already knows.
She probably already knows, but you know. I've been hiding it on my person and not in the room.
You're looking for magic or some way to hide it,
Yeah.
right?
And I would trust if the apothecary was going to hide it, or if there's some sort of spell I could do that would protect it while I was gone.
You just gotta hide it long enough to be able to skedaddle out of the city after we're done with everything.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it with us.
Can we bury it?
We could. Would that work?
Somewhere
Is
so
there anywhere
shallow.
where we can?
You could easily bury it somewhere in the yard behind the apothecary shop where she has her garden and her chickens.
I think that might
And
be
you
too
know,
suspicious.
you do know that the spell detect magic is blocked by like a couple feet of dirt.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Oh. I
like
didn't know that.
a couple inches of stone, a thin sheet of lead, like more than a foot of dirt. You can't see magic auras under more than a foot of dirt.
Is there a way the apothecary wouldn't notice if we dug a hole in her backyard and then covered it back up?
I don't know. Are you
Wait,
confident in
did-
your ability to
No.
pull such a thing?
Weeds? Are there weeds back there that need to come up?
Oh, yeah.
Occasionally, yes, she does have weeding on her chore wheel for her borders, which you guys are.
That's a great
Hey, let's go volunteer ourselves to go weed the backyard, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, that's all
No,
I
that's a
got.
great
I'm
idea, actually.
fucking-
All right.
I was trying to think of a 420 joke, but I don't know.
Okay. You come back out to find the apothecary, and Fibblestab actually talking in the front room. And in fact, as you come out there, Fibblestab isn't finishing a sentence saying, and then the Azure says, when you're on fire, every bath's a steam bath. And he and the apothecary share a sensible laugh.
So that,
A sensible
there's your
chuckle.
420.
Wow.
Anyway,
shake your hands.
you flag the apothecary down and ask if you can, do some volunteer to do weeding on the chore wheel for.
I'm sure that's totally not suspicious.
It's not suspicious
No, because
at all.
you guys volunteer for stuff all the time. You've been helping her out around the house, around the
Immediately
apothecary.
after running up to our room in a panic and then calmly coming back
And
down
like that
saying,
whole scene, like, hey,
Some weed in
let's
the
do some
backyard."
chores. Let's do this one specific
Certainly,
chore.
I just need the general grounds pulled of weeds around the garden. No weeds really last in the garden. The assassin vine is very thorough. And just on the general loose grounds and in the chicken pen.
Sounds great. We will
Okay.
do that.
Don't do that.
How's Twilight for you?
Excuse me.
We're just.
I hated that book.
How's Twilight for me? How so?
Oh, nothing. I just prefer to do my weeding when it's almost dark out.
And
That's
you
a little
can't
bit-
see
It's
anything.
cooler.
That should be fine. Yes, I understand you, as a gnome, have dark vision. It's quite all right.
That's true. I do. Which I forgot about. That is a thing I have. And that's why. Yep. So we'll do that later. Thank you.
You're quite welcome, Gita. I always appreciate it when the three of you help out around the house. Is everything okay? I just
Yes.
want to make sure everything's okay. Things sound a little tense earlier. Are the three of you in any kind of trouble?
No.
No, the three of us aren't.
Oh, very well,
Well,
very
I
well.
just don't like that guy.
Understandable. He seems like a bit of a ponce, Fibbleston finishes.
That's a very polite way of saying dick bag. But yeah.
Oh, I should forget. Your brother has purchased one of the other boarding rooms for the week. And Phyllis is, yeah, I just needed a place to stay while I was in town. And I just paid for the week up front because it seems that some things are going on I should be able to help out with, as it would be.
Yay! My brother will be very
Also,
close to
speaking
us.
of which, Gita, could I speak to you alone for a moment?
Yep.
Thank you. Excuse us.
Bye.
And your brother pulls you aside and questions, did you find anything out about the note, about the page we tore out of Father's journal?
Did I?
The cipher.
Uh-huh.
That's what it was.
Yes, we did.
There was a cipher.
Yes. Did you sort it?
We translated it.
Movements of the Spire Guard.
It's about the movements of the Spire Guard. He's been setting up supply drops to feed a city called Fairies Hold. There are elves in the demi-plane in the city of the Spire. It's all very mysterious stuff.
I'm unfurling because those are shorthand notes, I believe. I'm unfolding the full data. Yeah. Okay. I'm just unfolding in my mind what you'd be recounting. Fibbles have been okay. So Dad is really heavily involved in whatever's going on with those elves.
I wonder how long he's been involved with them.
I have.
It's been 84 years.
I was not prepared. I was not braced for that. Nope.
It's been
1 week.
Very good, very good.
So,
yes.
I'm gonna go settle in. Come get me if you need me for anything, and just I know I said I'm not gonna do anything untoward, but is everything okay with Eris? Gita, I'm gonna be straight with you.
I heard from the next room.
All here is just a ha.
I'm gonna be straight with you, Gita. I admit some volume of infatuation with your friend.
Listen, I'm telling you this, brother, because I love you. She is my friend, but please be careful.
Okay.
Just be careful.
I see she gets involved in some interesting sorts. Is that
Yes.
all right?
She has many secrets that even I don't know, so that's all I have to say
I
about
don't like that giggling.
Okay.
I don't like that giggling at all.
Gita, I'm gonna be honest again. I was worried you were going to go off on me for her not being a gnome. I was worried.
What did I miss?
Okay, I was super worried father or mother would be very judgmental about that.
Well, don't tell them.
I don't know, I'm scared about that, you know? I am scared about that a little bit. And maybe I was projecting I should have expected better. I should have expected, worried that you would not be accepting. You went out into the world too. I'm sorry.
Brother, I will always love you.
Thank you.
It was
So
an after school
weird.
special.
I mean,
What's next? The don't do drugs message?
We're gonna do the identity swapping dinner later,
Yeah.
so we gotta build up to that episode.
And with that,
I hug my brother. It's
aww.
a beautiful moment, and I would never judge him, but I do a little bit.
Okay.
For his taste, at
But
least.
not because she's not a gnome.
Okay.
Wow. I'm your friend.
Yeah, so I know you pretty well.
Well, Fibblestib excuses himself and goes to settle into his room in the boarding house. And you may return to the others.
I do. Oh, God.
Shit.
What?
No, I dropped my die.
Okay.
So
I don't
you
know.
you okay? You two?
Gita does this.
That's
What? You just pat my head?
Yes.
that's reassuring. All of this is reassuring, except that was sarcasm.
I mean, we just wait until twilight, I guess.
All right.
Just hoping nobody will notice when we, throw a sword in there.
All right. Twilight comes and you're able to start weeding the garden around sunset. While weeding the garden, there is enough cover, you imagine, despite the angry clackering of the apothecary's ridiculous mutant chickens, some of which are a bit more aggressive than you expected. You're able to hide what you think is sufficiently in the divot of removed weed, or make the ground look like a divot from a removed weed. Pack the sword somewhere on the property, more than a foot deep, where you think it will be safe from anyone looking for it with magical detecting senses.
That's a lot of presumption. I don't like that.
I mean, if we're gonna go.
Well,
to the
if you
city,
want
we
to,
gotta
I
do
would
it.
like you guys to give me either a survival check for this matter, or
Oh, I do have a good
some relevant tool proficiency check. for how well you hide it.
Thanks for fixing that. Yeesh.
So survival. Who's rolling it?
Not me, apparently.
You are. You are.
Me.
You are.
All right. What'd you get for your survival check?
17.
All right. That is a fairly well hidden thing. You're able to do so.
Okay.
Actually, the best place to do it actually turned out to be the loosest earth was actually inside the chicken pen.
Oh,
Smelly.
dagger.
And smelly and also aggressive, scratchy chickens.
Cool. So nobody's gonna even
That's
want
true.
to look there.
The
Good
chickens
idea.
are
Nice.
Accidental protectors.
And as you're cleaning yourselves up and
Until
brushing,
they accidentally dig it back up somehow.
Well,
and as you're cleaning yourselves up and dusting yourselves off, the fenced gate that leads into the alley between the apothecary shop and the next building over swings open, and there is a diminutive-looking figure, not diminutive the size category, but just like kind of a small for a medium-sized humanoid figure with ridiculously massive black horns. You know the horns that Tim Curry had in Labyrinth?
oh my god.
Those kind of horns.
Does he get through the
And
gate?
they're no, what?
Does he get through the gate?
Sideways.
Oh, okay.
And the figure turns, and it's this kind of scrunched up, broadly built little old lady in a habit of the Somnic nuns.
Okay.
And a tiefling holding a bullseye lantern that she just shines on the three of you and demands in kind of a craggly voice, "Which one of you is Eris Briarwood?"
What you do
God.
now?
What did I do now?
Yeah, what did you do at this
The bullseye lantern's aperture turns, shining light on you, as she just kind of hobbles her way over with a walking stick. And again, these ridiculously oversized, probably very top-heavy horns. She looks up at you, her face red from being a tiefling, not from being angry.
Can I help you,
Wow. Jesus.
ma'am?
Excuse me.
Like,
My name is Sister Chastity, from the Somnic Church.
That's a good name.
do you say that?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of
I whisper
tieflings
it.
usually
Yes.
wind up named after
Yes.
virtues. And, child, word has reached my ears
Oh, no.
that you are imperiled, that you may be accused of dark dealings, and I am here to remind you, to tell you, that the path of light remains, and you need not walk in shadow and suffer these accusations as a tiefling. I'm asking if you'd like to come to services this evening, or tomorrow night, or some other time soon, to talk about your immortal soul. This is the rival.
You just got witness.
I started tuning out halfway through there because I was like, this feels familiar. I can't.
So remember when I said in the car ride after picking us up that I rolled a rival in the complication to your grave robbing?
Oh boy. Yeah, you're right. That's not the type of rival I was thinking of. Oh god.
So this little granny-aged nun, for lack of a better description, in a just shock black, modest habit.
You don't have to worry about my soul.
It's already gone. Don't worry.
There's literally nothing.
Erica,
Dude.
or Erica, Eris feels lady fingers on her scalp, really just agitated
Wait, Ladyfingers has been in your hair this whole
Yeah.
time?
under the hat.
She lives under my
I
hat.
forgot.
Think of her as a very active hat pin.
I was gonna think of her as Ratatouille.
But good constant head scratch. Oh.
yeah, that's nice.
Well, thank you. I will take that under advisement.
Good night.
Bye.
Damn.
I'm gonna, yeah.
So you're just gonna be flippant at her like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
She
to be
nods
flipping at her? Like you
sharply.
get this? Or are you just being a dick right now?
I'm just being a dick.
Oh, okay.
Because how dare she criticize
Come
me?
into your house.
Yeah.
Tell you
Bitch,
who
who the fuck even is you anyway?
You don't know me.
I can step on you.
Mark my words, she says, and she holds up one gnarled finger as she sets the bullseye lantern down, using her other hand to balance on the walking stick she has. You are not beyond redemption, but I have my eyes on you.
Okay. Okay.
She'll visit later this week. Probably. We'll do our best.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's go inside.
Yeah.
Somnic blessings be upon you, she says, and she turns her massive horned head and begins heading back out the alley.
Okay, that was
That
weird.
was real weird.
Where did she come from?
So we're not gonna go to this thing, but it's important that she think we're gonna go. Cause she cray cray.
Yeah, don't make me go to that. I don't want to go to that.
No, I won't make you go.
Okay, no,
Thank you.
that was an easy decision.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yay.
What's she talking about rumors though? What has she heard about?
I don't know. Maybe
Probably
she
that
heard
she's a
about my
slut.
good.
I don't know.
What? Did you say that out loud?
Yeah. Maybe I didn't say slut.
What's the D&D equivalent of slut? Harlot, lady
Trollop.
of the night. Trollop. I like trollop.
Scarlet woman.
Scarlet woman. One of those. Any of those is fine.
Okay, I'm gonna pick you up.
Wow.
Well, you do that sort of thing, don't you?
Yeah.
With everybody.
Wow.
Oh!
Dang, you are on a roll.
Lucky 7.
And you're able to retire for the rest of this evening without incident.
Cool.
Sorry. What do you do after you pick her up?
I shake her.
Is she like a baby?
Yes.
Like a rag doll.
And then what? You just set her back down?
Yes. And pout and storm off.
I barf on your shoes.
What are you, a dog?
The baby. You don't shake the baby.
The mutated chickens are already pecking at the barf. So one of them somehow got out of the pen.
Ugh. I'm going to bed.
What a day this has been.
Yep.
And with that, we're going to end this session of Dansu Dragons.
Good, I need a coffee.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon, or
Evening.
evening at this point. Yeah, evening. And we'll be back with another episode shortly.
Bye.
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 Bye. Sorry.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this because I don't have to deal with it.
But I also want to make sure all you guys get to this because I don't want this to just be the Erica show.
Yeah. Y'all.
Yeah,
Do you-
but I'm bad. I'm
fine.
still bad at this. It's been
It's
a year.
okay.
I'm still bad at this.
Yeah, same. Plus, I think a lot of it's been my story or Gita's story anyway, so I am totally fine with this. Good luck, Erica.
No.
Have fun.
I want us to remain together. So can you guys?
Sister or what?
Yes.
Cicero?
Cyrano.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Yeah.
I was thinking of the wrong story.
In
I
what way?
don't know what you mean.
It's like sit
Get
at the
along
next
those?
table with the
Oh, yeah.
menus up.
Oh.
I do have a disguise kit, but I also think Gita would be too terrified.
2 kids in a trench coat.
I would agree to that if you're the top one.
Okay.
Oh my
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just
both like hate the idea and then just shoot for it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm setting the timer anew, and we're jumping back in.
Oh, wait, let me take a swig.
Oh, you know what? Let's actually shoot for it.
What are we shooting?
Let's do it in game.
Yeah. Who gets to be the top part? We'll actually
Do it on
shoot
camera,
for
do it in game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, the red light's on, right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Wait.
All right, ready to jump back in from break, and
Yes.
then we're gonna jump right into the next episode.
That root beer does not go well with the mint.
Ooh, no.
So noted.
Okay.
Well, we've learned an important lesson during the break, and hope you learned something too.